Hey guys, how are you tonight? This is what I do at home for fun. What you're going to do today, we're going to focus on density, and what I would like you to do is take your draw and demo graphic, and I want you to color in the graphic just like the density column that's in front of you. So the bottom color is going to be a darker yellow, pale yellow, blue, green, another yellowish color, kind of a cloudy yellow, and then red is the sixth layer on top. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do that. Do you think you know what these colored layers are? Do you have a guess? Do you know why they're able to sit on top of each other so nicely without blending or mixing? I bet you have an educated guess on that one. I'm going to tell you what these layers are in a couple minutes. Are you ready to label them? The bottom layer is honey. The second layer on the bottom, that is called Karo syrup. Then you have Dawn dish soap. You can see it a little bit better there. The green layer is just food coloring and water. So that's water. And then the next layer is cooking oil. And then the last layer I colored rubbing alcohol, red. So that's rubbing alcohol. So honey, Karo syrup, Dawn dish soap, water, cooking oil, and rubbing alcohol. Now, you have some objects in front of you, and I want you to hold them. We're going to be dropping some things into the density column. And before I drop them, I want you to make an educated guess on where you think it's going to land. Now remember, this object needs to be a certain density in order for it to land in a certain layer. Okay, so knowing what the layers are now, you might be able to make a better educated guess. So this is a metal screw that I'm going to put in first. Make a guess on where you think it's going to land. You ready? Now we're going to drop it into the column and see what happens. Here, I'll bring the recorder a little closer. There we go. Here we go. So the screw goes all the way to the bottom. So that must mean that the screw is more dense than the honey. All right, next I want you to hold a popcorn kernel in your hand. That's the next thing that we're going to drop in, the popcorn kernel. Where do you think the popcorn kernel is going to end up when we drop it in? Take an educated guess. Okay, here we go. Alright, our popcorn kernel is sitting right on top of the Karo syrup. Is that what you guessed? Make sure you draw that in. Okay, so you're going to draw the metal screw in. Draw a little arrow to the popcorn kernel. The next thing we're going to drop in is a game die. Okay, make a guess. Where do you think it's going to land? Got it? Okay, here we go. Ooh, same place. So it's kind of sitting right on top of the Karo syrup. Same place as the kernel. Next, a grape tomato. Hold a grape tomato in your hand. Okay. What do you think? Is this more or less dense than the Karo syrup? Here we go. Let's find out. Okay, so the grape tomato is sitting on top of the Dawn dish soap. Right on top. So it is less dense than the dish soap. More dense than the water. All right, what's next? We have a plastic bead. Hold that in your hand. Where do you think this is going to end up? The plastic bead. Ready? The plastic bead sits right on top of the water. So it is less dense than the alcohol in the cooking oil. And less dense than the water. It sits right on top. All right, what do we have next? The soda can top. Soda can top. Here we go. Ready? Ooh, soda can top. It's kind of going into the Karo syrup there. Is that what you thought? Interesting. Okay, and then the last thing that we're going to put in there is a ping pong ball. What do you think? Where do you think that ping pong ball is going to end up in the density column? I'll let you try to figure that out yourselves, okay? All right, finish up your drawing, and then you'll move on to the next station. Good job, guys.